Hello everyone, welcome to Formula Story. I gave my CAT 2017 yesterday in the second slot, which was from 2:30 pm to 5:30 pm, and in this video I'll be sharing my take about the same. So let's begin. The first section, as we all know, was the verbal section, which had a total of 34 questions, out of which 24 were based on reading comprehension, which had 3 passages of 6 questions each and 2 passages of 3 questions each. 4 questions were based on parajumbles, 3 were based on summary or essence of the passage type, and 3 questions were based on odd man out. Now the 4 parajumble questions and the 3 odd man out questions were theta based questions, that is type in the answer questions, whereas the reading comprehension and the summary based questions were MCQs, which meant that it involved negative marks. Now many of the people might feel that the reading comprehension was really easy, but in my opinion, though the passages were easy to read and you could have comprehended it well, but the options in the questions were pretty close. So if people felt for stuff based on their instinct or based on their gut feeling, they might end up marking the wrong answer and yet feel that they have done it correctly. So reading comprehension was something which you had to be really careful, and option elimination was the best way to ensure accuracy in it. Out of the 24 questions, I would say about 18 to 20 could definitely have been attempted in about 40 to 45 minutes. Now the parajumbles had 4 questions, out of which I guess 1 to 2 were easy or medium level and could have been attempted, while the other 2 were pretty difficult and best left out. The summary questions, I felt that the options were pretty close. Like what they had done was the whole sentence was structured in such a manner that each option had half the structure of the sentence that appeared similar and other half had some distortions in them. And only if you read the summary passage carefully could you identify that distortion. Hence, reading and understanding the summary passage was important in ensuring accuracy in these 3 questions. And I would say that attempting at least 2 questions out of the 3 would help you all. After that, we had the odd man out questions. There were 3 questions. I felt that these were the easiest and should have definitely been attempted to improve your score. As a whole, in the verbal section, if you attempt say around 25 to 27 questions with about an 85 to 90% accuracy, then you shall definitely get about 99 percentile. Now the next section, which was the toughest of CAT 2017, was the DILR section. Now there were 16 questions based on DI and 16 questions based on LR. I wouldn't say that this section was really difficult, but what mattered was how well you chose the sets. So out of the 32 questions, I would say definitely about 12 were manageable for any aspirants who has prepared pretty well. Now out of the 8 sets that were there, the 4 sets which I found that should have definitely been attempted was the set on chess, where there was some movement of the queen and something of that sort. Second set was on DOMs and repair, where they had provided us that there are different types of DOMs and different amount of expenditure will be there in repairing the same. Then the third set was based on the pizza types, wherein they were given some normal crust pizzas, some deep dish pizzas and extra cheese and various types of pizzas, and you just had to work out some calculation, and even this set was easier to crack. And the last one was the tea set, which involved rating different types of teas. The teas were in different locations like Himachal, Assam, etc. And you had to find the ratings of each type of the tea by choosing integers from 1 to 10. And if these 4 sets were properly attempted, you could have ensured a 99 percentile. The only criteria that should have been met was you chose these perfect 4 sets and attempted them with at most good accuracy as possible, and you could have fetched a 99 percentile. So I believe that a score of 38 to 40 would give you a 99 percentile. Now some people are arguing that slot 2 paper was easier compared to the slot 1. What I would say that there is a slight possibility that it was marginally easier, but the thing is, since slot 2 people knew that DILR is going to be difficult from the slot 1 people, so they were well prepared with it. They knew that even if I attempt like less number of questions, it wouldn't matter because everyone has found it difficult, and hence they could maintain their calm throughout the section and hence performed a tad bit better. Now the last section was the Kwan section. This I felt was the easiest section of the paper. Like out of the 34 questions which were there were about 17 questions which could definitely be attempted even by a person who is say from a 10th standard student. So this I don't know why CAT is setting such an easy quant paper, but this I felt like the quant section of the CAT was easier than NMAT or even the CET level. So out of the 34 questions that were there, the distribution is as follows. Arithmetic dominated the paper with about 13 questions. Algebra had 5 questions, geometry 6 questions, number system 4 questions, and modern math 6 questions. Now the level of difficulty I would say was really easy. Only there were a few speed breakers which were there in between, say in algebra or in modern maths or 1 or 2 in arithmetic. Rest all were pretty manageable. So if anyone attempted say about 26 to 28 out of the 34 question and ensuring a good accuracy of about 80 to 85 to 90%, then he would definitely achieve a 99 percentile. So overall what I would say is, if someone has done the verbal section by attempting at least 25 questions but ensured that he didn't fall for those traps which were there in the RCs, then he can ensure that he'll get a 99 percentile in that section. For DILR, choosing the correct set was the most important thing. The 4 sets, as I mentioned, if chosen properly and solved properly, then getting a 99 percentile is not that big a deal in this section. Obviously it was difficult, and having a presence of mind while solving the whole of the DILR section proved that you could score that percentile. Now the Kwan section, as I know, I won't be surprised if some person gets 102 out of 102 in this section, because this section was really easy and a few quant wizards will definitely achieve that perfect score. So that's it people. I will come up with more interesting videos. Till then, do like my video and subscribe to my channel, and also post your valuable feedback so that I can improve at my upcoming videos. Thank you.